Hello everyone, welcome back to JDCodebase. This is the web development series. If you are learning CSS and you feel like your UI looks plain, or you want to add lines, icons, badges, highlight without writing extra HTML, then this video is extremely important for you. Today we are going to learn pseudo elements, especially before and after from the absolute basics. Don't worry if you are new, I will explain everything slowly, clearly, and we will also write code together in VS Code. And by the end of this video, you will able to create professional UI effects using only CSS. And also PPT and source code are available in the video description, so check that. Now what you will learn in this video we are going to cover a lot of important things. First we will understand with the pseudo class, pseudo element, then we will clearly see the difference between them, and after that we will deeply understand before and after, how the content property works, and how we can create decorative shape, badges, highlight, and real UI effect. And finally, I will also share best practices and common mistakes so you don't misuse them. Now, let's understand the most basic question. What are pseudo elements? Pseudo elements are used to style specific part of an element or to create virtual element using only CSS. These elements do not exist in HTML. You will not see them inside your HTML file. They are written using a double colon by this. And some common example are the before, after, first letter, first line selection. The biggest advantage is these, they always keep our HTML clean and semantic, no unnecessary divs include. Now many beginners get confused here. What is pseudo class versus pseudo element? Let's make it very clear. Pseudo class is a represent a state of an element. It uses this single colon and button, hover, input focus effect, ally first child effect, and these describe when something happens. And pseudo element represent a part of an element. It uses the double colon and use the some example are the first letter, div before, div after. Easy trick to remember is the pseudo class is a state and pseudo class element is a part of an element. Now let's focus on our main topic, before. Before insert content before the actual content of an element, and after is the insert content after the actual element. Both of them require the content property. Our inline element by default can be styled like a normal element. Think of them as an imaginary element that live inside your CSS, not in HTML. Now the content property is mandatory. If you don't write content, before and after will not appear at all. You can use different values, text, empty string, attribute value, image URL. Most of the time for design purpose we use an empty string and style it using the width, height, and background like this. Now let's move to VS Code and let's first see the before and after this pseudo element. So this is the one of the most common real world use case. We create an underline using this after instead of the HR, and it is better than the HR. Basically we create an underline, and so let's move to VS Code. So I already write a basic HTML structure and also apply some basic styling, CSS reset. So let's add a h2 pseudo elements explain. Now in styling just write double colon, first heading 2 I have apply on the heading 2, then double colon and write after, and in after I am to adding a underline of this pseudo element explain content, and for that content is the empty string. I already said we mostly use the empty string as the content. Display is the block, and width becomes the 60 pixel. Height is the 4 pixel. Background color is the, let's say, crimson, red one, and margin top is the 8 pixel. So if you see here, a underline comes here, a horizontal line. So empty string, empty content creates a box. Display block moves it to the next line. Width and height creates a line, and background gives a color. So this is how modern headings are designed. Now let's see how pseudo element help create shapes. And we can create a circle, ribbons, and design element without the extra div. So let's move. So first I have to write a div having a class card, and first make the position relative, then apply this pseudo element dot card before, and as always content is the empty string, width is the 40 pixel, height is also 40 pixel because I am creating a circle, and background let's say teal, border radius is the, let's say, 50% for the making the, for building the circle, and position is always absolute, and let's say top is the 20 pixel, and if you see this come left is the again 20 pixel. Now looks here, parents must be the position relative, and pseudo element must be in the absolute, and border radius create the circle, this by using 50%, this create a circle. This is very common in cards and section. And we can also, let's create a notification badge by using this, and for that just write a div.icon. This is the shortcut form to create a div, empty div class. Again, icon position is relative as usual as the compulsory one, and then apply pseudo element before, oh sorry, that's after, and content here I'm creating a notification batch, so content is always, so let's say 3 notification. Position is always absolute. This is mandatory for parent is always relative, and content is always absolute. Let's say top is the 6 pixel, and right one is the 6 pixel, means from the it's come in the right side of the page, left side. And background color, let's say red one, and color is the text color is the white, yes, and font color, font size is the, let's say 12 pixel. Let's increase the size, yes, and padding is the 4 pixel left right and 6 pixel top bottom, and border radius becomes 50% to make this circle, yes. And the let's so their badge text come from the content, and absolute positioning places place it, and used in the cart and notification icons mainly. So next is the, let's see, badge, and let's see the highlight text using this before element. So on many On many landing pages, you see text that looks like it is highlighted using a marker or the background shape. That highlight is not an image and not an extra HTML. It is creating using this before element. So the idea is very simple. We place a color box behind the text and we use the Z index to send it behind. The text stay readable on top. So for that, I already have this heading too. So let's apply on this. So see, I'm not adding any extra element for the background, just a simple, let's add here span for this. I am applying on this element. So for that, first make this first I have to give the class here, class highlight, and dot highlight is the position relative as usual, and Z index is the 1. So it becomes the text above the highlight, and relative is needed so before can position itself. Now let's apply the main part, dot highlight before, and content is the empty string, position is the absolute, width is the 100%, so it covers the whole text, and height is the 40 pixel, and let's see, background is a yellow. Okay, and left is the 0, bottom is the also 0, and let's give the Z index -1. I have to give the here -1, not the 1. So if you see, this becomes a highlight. So here content creates the highlight text highlight box, and position is absolutely, so let us play it freely, and width is 100% for this text element, and height is the 40 pixel I apply here, and bottom is the 0, and left is also 0, and Z index -1 send the highlight behind the text, not the upper one. So that is no image, no extra div, no JavaScript, only pure CSS I use here. Now this effect is used in the landing page headings, hero section, or in the paragraph tags, means a article and marketing website call to action text. This makes text look modern and professional. And always remember, parent must be position relative and pseudo element must be position the absolute. Use the Z index carefully here, like +1 or -1 to text come up or down. So let's see real world use cases. Pseudo element are used anywhere: tooltip, buttons, cards, timelines, ribbons. Most modern UI design rely on them, and this is the very important. Always remember, parent position must be relative and pseudo element position must be absolute, otherwise layout will break. So some common mistake, most beginner make these mistake: forgetting the content, writing the empty string or whatever you want, the notification badge, and not setting the position relative absolute, using pseudo element for the real content, and use them only for the design, not for the SEO text. Some best practices: keep HTML clean, use pseudo element only for the decoration, text on all screen size, and let's summarize this. What pseudo element are, we learn, and difference between pseudo class, what is pseudo element, how before after work, real UI use cases. So thank you so much for watching. If this video helped you understand pseudo element clearly, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to JD Codebase. All 50 files and code links are available in the description. See you in the next video.